it's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So with the upcoming Namek Saga transforming Goku unit coming up for the Dokkan Fest in JP, I figured it'd be a good occasion to revisit this Rage Goku unit and see how it does, especially since this unit does have a lot better categories or upgrades to categories now, especially with Goku's family, because you know this is the first time this unit has a 170% boost. Now the Pure Saiyans category also did get upgraded from 130% attack to 150%, but let's just run him on Goku's family category and see how he does. Actually, I'll go ahead and say he's actually pretty good based on testing, and you'll see it throughout the video. So for those unaware, let's talk about the stats for the unit itself. So leader skills, agility, tech, and strength type Ki +2, HP, attack, and defense increase 40%. Super attack will greatly raise attack for one turn and causes supreme damage to enemy. Passive skill is attack increase of 90%, and then ability to survive KO attacks when HP is 20% or above. In terms of links, you're looking at Golden Warrior, that's +1 key enemies defense minus 2000, Saiyan Warrior race is 700 to attack, Super Saiyan 10% to attack, Kamehameha 2500 to attack when SA is launched. Z Fighters, attack increase of 15%, prepare for battle +2 key, and then Shattering the limit is also +2 key. So again, Goku's family and Pure Saiyans, those are definitely categories that were either newly introduced or upgraded, so those are definitely pretty good. You can actually use them on full power as well, and also Planet Namek Saga. However, the Namek Saga category really needs a proper leader for that. Who knows if we'll actually get that new upgrade to the category with the introduction of this Goku or not, but we'll see what happens. At 100% potential, you are looking at stats of the following: HP of 14,021, attack is 13,274, and defense is 9,406. 12 Ki Multiplier is 135%. Again, so I did mention this unit's pretty good. Even to this day, this is the Dokkan Awakened or TUR state of the unit itself. Originally, I think, when did the card come out itself? The original version came out March of 2016, so it's been quite some time already. That's crazy, right? It's been literally over 3 years now. But time definitely flies, because I almost feel like this banner wasn't that long ago, but I guess it was. But back to the point of this unit, considering how old the unit actually is, it's doing pretty well given the circumstances. You know what I mean? So of course, you do have various support type units helping out, so through links or passive support. So I did try to bring a good mix of supporting units to fully boost up this Goku unit. And the stage is boss rush 7, so it's relatively strong enemies for the most part. They have pretty good attack and defense outputs, so I think it's a good enough area to test out units like this, and it gives you somewhat of a realistic perspective on realistically what kind of attack stats and what kind of damage potential we're looking at. So I think it's perfectly realistic and represents how the card actually does nowadays. So back to the whole point, this Goku unit's pretty decent. I think the biggest advantage this unit, or what the benefit of having this unit would be is especially for the Extreme Z battle stage of the Namek Saga category or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly on top of my head. I think it was like the hell was it? I think it was against like Frieza or Vegeta, one of the two. But anyways, back to the point. This unit is not bad. At 100% potential, I think I gave him level 9 additional attack and level 17 criticals, so a little bit heavier focus on criticals, even though you do have the ability to greatly raise attack as part of the super attack. I just honestly prefer criticals over additional attack, so that's just the format for me. So speaking of the upcoming transforming Goku unit, it does seem to be similar to like the new Trunks unit, where you do start off with a base form and then transform during battle based on whatever turns or criteria, and then you have the active skill where you can unleash the rage transformation or rage mechanic or whatever the case is. And that's pretty much, from what I understand, how the unit itself is in terms of the general mechanics of it. Now, we don't know anything about the leader skills, stats, or even the type, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But I think it's a good card for that type of setup. Yeah, I really do think so, because it's one of those iconic moments in the series where having that kind of active skill and voiceover with that kind of represents like I said, an iconic moment. So I think it's fitting for a new transforming unit. I wish they would have done it a little bit sooner, but I guess with all the new stuff that's been happening with general mechanics, I guess the timing is okay, because there's a lot of good things that have happened even within the last year, with the introduction of not only transforming units but also active skills with the voices itself and stuff like that. So it definitely works out pretty well. Definitely excited. I don't know how heavy I'll actually go on the banner, but it's definitely one of those where you definitely want to pick up a copy of the card. It just seems like it's one of those types of cards. Dokkan Battle is pretty good about doing that on a pretty consistent basis, right? Of making sure players want the newest cards and all that. Very, very few banners to actually skip on, but yeah, that's the thing about gacha games, is they continue to progress, and they keep pulling you in. So that's kind of like the good and bad, I guess, double-edged sword concept with that, but it is what it is. So yeah, back to the Goku unit. With the additional attacks kicking in, I'm actually surprised why it's kicking in so often, because of I'm pretty sure it was level 9 additional attack, but again, you do see the attack output or attack stats increase a little bit based on the additional super, and that's certainly the case because of the ability to greatly raise attack. You do have, again, support units on the rotation like Bardock, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and both versions of Gohan, actually, the teen and youth, and the LR Goku as well. So quite a few supports, definitely helping, but I think even without supports, probably not gonna get 1 million plus stats, but you'll get at a decent level, I think, in my opinion. So that's certainly pretty good for this unit to be able to produce. Now, in the past, without the 170% boost from the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, it would have been rare to actually get the attack stats over 1 million. I think when I tested it in the past, I would say on average, at the highest, maybe like 700,000, around that region was probably the max this unit was capable of getting to. So it does make a difference. I mean, going from, what is it, essentially 120% to 130%, all the way up to 170% per lead, that's going to make a pretty big difference in terms of how much of a boost units are actually able to get. So it definitely puts it in perspective a little bit. Again, we'll see how the new transforming Goku is going to be. It'll be interesting. The biggest thing I want to know is what the leader skills are going to be. What are they going to introduce a new one? Are they going to provide a dual category lead? Is it going to be similar to the transforming Trunks, where it's a category lead and then a super type lead or whatever? It'll be interesting to see what kind of game plan they come up with for this one. As far as we know, I think it's coming up like beginning of July, end of May, beginning of July is probably when the banners will drop. We'll see what the deal is with that, but I definitely do have at least a week or so before anything happens. So I guess, I don't know, save your stones while you can. That's obviously easier said than done, but sometimes you got to, I guess. Alright, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up here with the last few battles against the Vegeta units. And yeah, I mean, overall this unit's pretty solid still to this day. I was pleasantly surprised with the attack stats and overall output. I think it did pretty well, given the circumstances of how old this unit is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, I do appreciate you watching, and I'll certainly catch you guys later.